YouTube, how you all doing? Today we're gonna be talking about love, relationships, and all the good stuff for single women and also single mothers and men and just all the people that are looking for trying to meet somebody new and stuff like that. So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ami Jo, and I hope the music is not too loud, and I'm sorry that it's my language music, but it's love songs, so I'm gonna keep them going. The woman is angry because her husband maybe want to marry a second wife. That's what she's saying. So welcome to the YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing my makeup while we are chatting. I'm already done with the eye thingy, so I'm just gonna do the rest of the makeup. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about love and relationship today. I like talking about love and relationships because not that I'm living for love and relationship, but it's something that is good, you know, and it's good sometimes when you have the right one, of course, and we have to talk about it, okay? So I'm gonna start with where should I start from? I want to start with people that are single with children, okay? Because obviously I have children, and I like talking about people that are single with children because I have been single here for a couple of years and I do have children, so I do experience how hard it can be, or what's the good and bad of being single with children and stuff like that. Try not to fix the camera. I don't want it too bright or anything, but come on. Yeah, I think that's my real color. So when you're single with children, it's good and it's hard, okay? And I'm gonna explain why. But first, I'm drinking this a beautiful ginger in my cup, saying dream bag. That ginger has lemon and fresh mint. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. So when you're single with children, I noticed that when you're single with children, especially when you're living abroad, you have to be very careful, because a lot of the men, they're gonna want you for fun or whatever they call it, because they're gonna not want to take the responsibility of the children and stuff like that, okay? So it's very good for when you're a single mother and you have children. My advice is that you should be careful of the type of man you're gonna go for and who you're gonna give your heart, because some of these men, these adverts, oh, I love this song. It's the John Legend song that he turned into my language. The remix of the John Legend song. Oh, this song is everything. Sumala amulwon Fuma fuma mane Fepu fuma mane. Sorry people. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to the song, to the topic, sorry. It's the line. Oh, I just love this song so much. So what happened is, I'll reduce it down a little bit. So what happened is, when you have children, you know, and you don't watch who you give your heart to, or who to go for, you're gonna get hurt a lot, because a lot of these people, like I said, they don't want to take the responsibility of your children and everything, okay? So they're gonna want you, but they're gonna want you only, or they're gonna want you because they think you look cute or da-da-da. But they're gonna not want the whole taking the children in thingy, you know. So most of the time, the bad thing about this is that they're not gonna tell you, like, for example, that I'm not ready to be with someone with children or whatever. Even sometimes some of these men have children themselves, okay? They have children themselves with their ex and everything sometimes, but they still just don't want somebody with children, you know, especially when the children are more than one, like 2 or 3 or something like this. And you cannot really blame this man because it's not easy to go for someone with children. I understand. It's very hard to raise children, even if they're your own children, not to mention someone else's children. But what I don't understand though is when you tell this man, for example, that I want to take it slow, I don't want to do anything, you know, now, or I don't want to even do anything before marriage, and they try to get you to do stuff with them when they know that they're not ready to take you in. I don't understand that, and I think that's not fair. When you meet somebody and you know that this person want to with only the person that they know, or they know for a while, or they're ready to settle with, okay, or even married to before they do and then the person even tell you this, and then you are, you know yourself that you're not ready to take this person, you know, to the level they want, you know, like serious or whatever, but then you're still gonna want to sleep with them and enjoy them and play with their emotions and telling them that I'm gonna think about it while we're doing this. But you might think about it and you might come up with the answer no, because you know that it's gonna be hard to have children, that it's not yours to be raised by you, or just because you think this person is not working for me for whatever the reason is. But you already sleep with them, and this person already told you, for example, from the beginning that they don't want to. That's why it's finding bridge. For example, this person already tell you from the beginning that they don't want to. Sorry, people. I have to try to fix this word. If the person tell you from the beginning that they don't want to do anything with someone who is not married to them or anything, okay? And you said yes, that you're gonna try to get to know them anyway, so you're gonna end up marrying them anyway, or something like that, to make them believe this type of thing, so you can just go for it and, you know, like sleep with them or something. I think this is wrong, and a lot of people go through this, you know. Some of these people are young, you know, like especially for young, you know, religious Muslim girls, or young people that raising themselves or being raised to bringing up themselves, or being brought up to not believe in sex before marriage, or even some people that are adult and they decided to not have sex before marriage. I think some of these men, you know, they take opportunity of this type of people, and I think this is wrong. So I'm gonna say this to all of you men: when you meet somebody and you know that the person want to, you know, only do stuff with somebody that they are married to or something, it's better maybe if you know that you're gonna want to know them, you just agree with what they said and just try to get to know them before you try to jump into bed with them. But I know you're gonna say that you women should learn how to protect yourself. Duh, why do you expect us to protect you? I know we have to protect ourselves. I know. But you guys have to know that sometimes it's difficult. We're just human, you know, and we have feelings too. Sometimes when you really like the man, it's easy for him to drag you to, you know, to do whatever they want you to do. And after you, even if you're going to regret it, it's already done. It's already too late. So I'm going to tell you men to maybe try to not take advantage of women just because they love you and they're listening to you. But I know it's all down to us. We have to be really just extra strong and learn to just say no to something that we don't want to do, instead of hoping and waiting for a man to protect us, okay? Because a lot of these men, like I said in my videos, a lot of these men really don't know how to protect a woman, okay? So you have to learn how to protect yourself instead. Got it? So now we're going to move to the next topic. So the next topic is gonna be for us women that is single, but we either give up love, but at the same time we cannot leave the man alone, you know. Like we give up love because either we don't trust love anymore, or we just think that we need a perfect type of a man before we can settle. This camera. We keep thinking we need a perfect type of a man before we can settle. And this happened to some men too. They keep thinking they need a perfect type of a woman before they can settle. And the reality, there's no such thing as perfect man or perfect woman. When it's come to relationship, you can meet someone who is okay, who have some of the characters that you want, you know, and then they will be perfect to your eyes until you find out they're not perfect. No one is 100% perfect. Everyone is just a human being. We're just living this life, you know. Everyone is going to do wrong and do good, you know. But depend how wrong they're doing, they're wrong, you know. Some people doing extreme wrong and just continue doing it, then it's hard to manage. But if the person is just doing the normal little wrong thing, like a normal human being, doing normal little mistakes, you can manage with them, you know, and hopefully they change, they will learn to change to the better, you know. Because we all just human, you know. No one is just perfect. You cannot find a partner that is just so perfect and they're never gonna do wrong and stuff like this. It's not gonna work. But sadly, some of us waiting for this perfect partner forever, you know. I'm not saying that you should just settle for the next person that come into your life simply because you think nobody is perfect. No. Some people are horrible and they're just going to waste your time, and they're liars, and they just don't care about themselves, not to mess up somebody else, so they will never be a good partner to you. You're just going there to cry and stress yourself. That's all, really. So you have to be very careful with certain people. But if you met somebody who is, you know, just a normal, honest, loyal person, just you can go for it. If they do little mistake in life, you can try to understand each other and just try to move on and get better and learn your mistake and make sure you don't repeat them. Depend what type of mistake, but certain big mistakes in a relationship that is respected, I think you shouldn't even commit them. But if you do, I think you really should definitely not do them again. But that is if you meet somebody who is really committed and who is really honest and have respect for themselves. But if you meet somebody who is not like that, they're going to keep on doing whatever that is and just keep on playing with your emotion because they just don't care, because that's just who they are. So we have to just learn that if we're not ready to go with a man because we are too hot by men, or we just don't trust men anymore, or we just want to have fun and enjoy life instead of committing or something, we cannot also go and play in these men's emotions, you know, and making them believe that we're going to be with them and they're going to have us. And especially if they're like giving you money and stuff like this and you're taking it, and then they're just looking after you all the time and you keep on taking it, and you're not going to really be with them. You're just going to like use them while you're even talking to other men or doing stuff with other men, or end up with this other man instead. I think this is something that we women have to also be very careful of. It's only going to make the men to have no respect for us more, to disrespect us more, and to also not trust us more, and to just... And this is not good for us and our future generation, you know, because the more the men don't trust us now, the more they will never trust us in the future. This camera. And then the more our future generation children will suffer, because they're going to suffer to have to deal with this thing that we did, which is we break the trust. We make the men not to trust us. I know the men don't trust us already, but if we're adding to it, we're just going to make it worse, you know. They don't trust us and we also don't trust them. You know, the world now is... This is why I always said love is fading away. This is why it's important for us to keep talking about love, because love is really fading away. And we shouldn't let it fade away, because even if we don't believe in it now, because we've been hot and we don't want to hear the word love even. Some of us don't even want to hear the word love, okay? We are done with love that much that we don't even want to hear the word. But we still have young generation growing up, and some of them never really experience love, and they don't deserve for love to be fade away just because we are fed up with love, or or we have been hurt, or we've been hurt too much and we don't believe in it anymore. And now we just fade it away for them. I don't think they deserve that. This is why I believe even if we don't want love, for example, we still should keep love going for the young generation. Oh my God. So I think even if we don't believe in love anymore, like I said, we should just leave the people alone. If we know that we don't want nothing from them, to do with relationship, and we know that these people really want relationship from us, I think if we really don't want the relationship, we should leave them. I learned that as I grow older, because we're gonna fade love away, for the young generation, like I said. And nobody want a generation, a society that don't believe in love anymore, And if we don't want that, then we have to try to avoid creating that. Because if we don't believe in love, but we are still using people, and going crazy, we are just fading love away, you see. So I advise, if anyone don't believe in love and you don't want nothing to do with someone, just leave them alone and just move on, I learned this the hard way, because I know people like sometimes can be even as old as my age, and they're still going like for people that they don't want. They're just going because of and hurting their feelings, and just basically even using them and everything, and making these people to think that, everybody's like this, and then, children watching, and we just continue doing this. So we should really learn how to not do this. Doesn't matter whether a man or a woman, because some men do this too. Some men actually go with people that they don't love too. It's not just women that do this, but yeah. So that next topic was for that. And then the other topic will go for people who don't know how to protect themselves. This can be a man or a woman, again. But these are the people that, like the way I used to be, When they found someone that they think they found love, they just there. They just dive in. Like, they dive in too much, and then they end up getting hurt and everything. Because, and this was sadly, there are some really good, nice, and loving people, and just ready to love you and stay with you, and just be really nice to you, and just be 100% loyal to you, and just take you very serious forever and ever. They're still out there. But they're not everyone, sadly. A lot of these people don't care about your feelings or hurting them. Sorry. A lot of these people can hurt your feelings anyhow and anytime. And if you just meet someone and you're just spending a lot of money on them and everything, just because you trust them, sometimes you do it even if you don't trust them, but you do it because you love them. You're like, I love them, I have to be there for them, or I don't want to say no. I really just advise you to also love yourself and protect yourself and your feelings. Because when I was doing this, I remember I know what I was doing was wrong, because I remember I know that this person was using me. But in the back of my head, sorry, trying to fix this lipstick. Ooh, I love this lipstick. In the back of my head, I was seeing this person is married to me, so I got nothing to lose, you know. Let me just go for it and just hope that, you know, that they love me, even if they're using me, that they love me. Because some people are users, so even if they love you, they're going to use you. This is what we don't know. Some people are users, even if they love you, they're going to use you. And then, hopefully they change anyway. Sometimes they might end up changing as they grow older, or just change. If they know that what they're doing is wrong, and sometimes when they have children with you and they settle down, they change. But they very likely change, or they very likely change any soon. I mean, they're most likely not going to change, or they're not going to change any soon. I don't like doing makeup when I'm talking because I just can't keep avoid the two. I'm trying to not make the lipstick too. So a lot of these people, they're not going to change any soon. If they're going to change. And you going to have them to deal with, you know, all these years. Ooh. So they're going to deal with you, you know, and they're going to play with your emotions for years. You know? And just basically making you cry and everything. And most of the time, they don't care. A lot of the people that use people, here's the bad thing with a partner that is a user. Because a lot of people that use people, they don't really, it's like they have no emotions here. I think they do, but it's like they force themselves to behave like they don't. So they can continue doing their madness. Because if they try to use emotions, they're just going to change. It's not going to work. So they have to try to strip away all the emotions that they have for human beings, so they can just be this evil, I don't care person that can just do what they want to humans, you know, sadly. So because these people that are going to use you, either they love you or they don't love you. Most of the time they don't love you, but sometimes they will love you, but they still try to get stuff from you. And sometimes they lose somebody they love through doing this, okay? And then after they regret it, but then it's too late. But it's not like every user just don't love you, no. Sometimes they love you, but they're also a user. Just want to make that clear. But most of the time, they don't love you. Most of the time, they're just users. It's hard to know if a user love you or not anyway, because the fact that they're just a user, you won't know. But yeah. So when people that are users, you know, just go for you and you don't know if they love you or not, but they're just gonna go for you. Wait, people, I have to dance this song first. Can you move your body? Sorry, the camera is just shaking because I put it on the self thingy that. I love this song. Now you can move your body. I love this song. Oh my god, I need to stop. If not, I'm not gonna. So what I want to say is that when people are a user, like I said, they might still love you and be a user at the same time, but hopefully you're not gonna be a user anyway. But it's important for you to not be deceived. You're going to be deceived because some of them love you, or they love you a little bit, or they're just a user, they know how to play their game. But most of the time, if they're just a user and they don't love you, you will know. Okay? Through the way they kiss you and the way they do stuff, you can tell this is fake. But if they love you and they're a user at the same time, or they just love you a little bit, it's hard to tell. This is the problem, okay? Because then they will play the game even better. See? Then it looks more real, yeah. like my wig. I don't even know how real this wig is looking, but I always think when I wear a wig like that, everyone can tell I'm not an Indian woman anyway. Oh, I forgot, my makeup is not even done because I've not done my... So what I'm going to say is that it's hard then for you to know that these people don't love you, and it's hard then for you to protect yourself from these people. Because these people are not just a user. Oh, the camera, I keep seeing. I'm so sorry, people. But they also very good at playing their games. Obviously, that's why they're users, especially if they're doing it for so long with different people. So you have to learn how to protect yourself, you know, because they will use you. And this can be a man, like I said, it could be a woman. So this is just for us men and women to be careful. Because this type of people, they will use you and they will make it look so real. They will make it look so real. Ooh, I'm trying to get my real color here from this camera. I think this is fine. I think this is how my real color is. So they're going to make it look so real that it's hard for you to know it's fake, you know. And sometimes, most of the time, they're just going to use you and they're going to start asking you for money all the time and just start asking you for help all the time and just taking and taking and taking and not feeling sorry and not even thinking about you and your future and how hard you work for your money. So you as a person have to learn how to protect yourself by not just giving and giving and giving and giving. Okay, I've said this in in different videos of mine, that you have to be careful knowing that money is so hard to earn. You have to work so hard for your money, and your money is for your life and your future. I'm not saying don't help, but do not over help and be naive and be deceived, because you're going to regret it. When you're sitting down crying, that person will not be there. And most of the time, all the things that you help them with, they will sit there and say, they've not done nothing, that, or they're not even good, that's why I leave them, they did this, they did this, when you already spend a lot of money on them. They're not even going to mention that. So you can still help, but be wise. Know who to help and how to help and how much you have to help. Have a limit. If someone really loves you, if they're always asking you for help, if you tell them you cannot afford it, they're not going to be angry. They're not going to leave you because of that. You understand? So they should learn how to do money and how to make their little money and how to be comfortable with the little they have. Okay? Especially when you are not married to them. Got it? So now I'm going to move to the next topic. So the next topic is going to go for trying to bring this down so I'm not gonna have all the advert talking. So the next topic is gonna go for still love. We have to believe in love. Okay? And I know a lot of us believe in love and we like want to meet somebody. It doesn't matter we're a man or a woman again, but we just basically doing it the wrong way, because we're looking for this perfect person, you know, that is going to be so perfect into our eye and our mind and into the world. So we don't want a person, for example, that people will think, oh, you're going for this person, or our mind will tell us, why are you going for this person? We want a person that maybe have no history, you know, or like not been married before if they're man or woman, or like have money, or like have this type of body, or like talk like this, or like behave like this. Okay, but we forgot the one most important thing. Okay, so we forgot that even when you meet this person that you think is perfect because they have the body, the job, the no history, just some miracle angel person fall off the sky, and they love you, you love them, everything perfect. We forgot that you still need more than that. You need a type of person with a type of mind that have love and relationship type of a mind. As I grow older, I learned that being in love and keeping the love is not just come on. Being in love and keeping the love is not, is much more than just how the person look, or what history they have, or what history they not have, or what type of money they have or don't have. You need someone with a mind that can be committed and can love and can keep and can be honest and can forgive and can keep their words and have respect and appreciation for you and for themselves. If the person don't know how to appreciate and love themselves, they cannot love and appreciate you. This is just the reality. That's when they're going to be with you and then they're going to go and still live with somebody else or just treat the relationship anyhow because they're not afraid or worried about how you're going to treat them back. If you know what I mean, because they have no genuine love. I got something in my mouth. It's gone, I think. Don't know what is it. They don't have genuine love and respect for themselves, so they don't care if you treat them back, if you give them back what they're giving you, if you know what I mean. For example, if they're cheating on you or doing horrible stuff, they don't think about if you do it back because they have no love and respect for themselves. So they think if you treat them back like that, that's fine. If not, why are they doing it? Because they know that you're going to know. No one is crazy. You're going to find out no matter how long it's going to be. And then it's going to be up to you to also do it or no. But why they're risking it all is because they don't really love and care for themselves. So they don't care about the consequences of what they're doing. Or if you leave them, they don't care about all that. Sometimes even if children involved, they're still just going to do whatever because they don't care. So then you have to think about the type of person you're going to go for, you know. But when it comes to love, it's just difficult. Because when you meet somebody new and you like them and they like you, it's just very difficult because you cannot really know who they are. They're going to pretend they are whatever you want. Most of the time they do pretend. And then when you go in, you find out they're not. So it's just very tricky. And it makes us, a lot of us scared, you know, and we just don't even want to commit anymore, okay? This is why I like to talk about love sometimes, okay? Because we're just really scared. This is just the reality. The whole world now is scared of love, okay? And commitment. Even the young generation, they're already scared when they're not even tried this, a lot of them. They'll be like, I don't want to be in a relationship when I grow up. I don't want to get married and settle. I just want to have fun and enjoy life and travel. So it's really scary, okay? But some of the young people, you know, they're like, with love. And they even forget about their education and their life and their future. They focus on love so much that they don't even know that you cannot really focus on love, that you cannot focus on for your life. Because love can always betray you and let you down. Your life and your career can never betray you or let you down. Or if they do, you can easily fight and have another one. But with love, it's difficult. Because you can fight to have love, but if you're not lucky, you keep meeting the wrong people. Only God knows when you're going to be lucky. But with your career, if you know you have a stable career, you can always just find something to do with your life here. So that's another topic and another story for some people that give up their life and just go in for love. But yeah, I'll see if I can just include that in this video so it's all gone. Yeah, I'll just do that the next topic after this one. So when we know that this, you need more than just the person, how they look and the person, what they have and if you want to stay with them for good, that's what I mean. Then we have to think further. So for example, if you are a single woman or a single man and you maybe want this type of look woman or this type of woman. If you meet somebody else that doesn't have whatever that is that you wanted, don't have all, but they have some part of it, you might want to maybe depend what part they have though. I'm not saying just settle for it, no. Especially if they only have the good in bed part. Ooh. That's even more dangerous. And more, and just a lot of people fall because of that. They just fall for it and dive in because the person have the good in bed part. The good in bed part is so evil. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it because it's so evil. You know, it's the part that when you don't think proper, you just dive in. It's so evil because it's so nice, yeah. So the person, the moment you experience them, you'll be just like, that's it, I'm done. Take me, I'm dead. I'm just my whole life. Take my entire generation, take. But, here's the dangerous part. If the person know, for example, that you're just falling for them because they're good in bed or most of the time they think that you cannot leave them then because they can see how weak you are and how much you love this good in bed thing. It could be a man or a woman. So they just think that that's all they need. That's their weapon. They can always get you to be with them because of that. You see? And then they can just go and behave anyhow outside and treat this relationship anyhow and then come back because you always take them because of the good in bed part that they have. So you have to learn how to train your mind to know how to love and appreciate and respect yourself so much that doesn't matter how good in bed this person is. If they're not going to love and treat you good, you are going to walk out. And if they're not going to love you and treat you good, you are not going to marry to them. You are not even going to date them. They have to know how to talk to you. They have to know how to treat you. They have to know how to tell you the truth. They have to know how to treat you like a king or like a queen. They cannot treat you anyhow and talk to you anyhow and disrespect you and just not being loyal to the relationship and just not committed and just selfish and everything. And then you're taking them because they're good in bed. That means you have no love for yourself. The enjoyment in bed is nice, but it doesn't last long. You only do it for a couple of minutes or like an hour or so, and you're done. So you need more than that. You need that after you're done with the bed, you need to know that you're secure and you're safe and that this person is honest and loving and caring and they just have respect for the relationship and your mind will relax and you'll be happy. Okay? That is one thing that is really important that we have to know. So, having said this now, after saying this, I'm going to move now to the last bit of the topic, which is the one I just said, which is we have to also know that even though you meet somebody and they have everything in life, for example, you still need your little life. Okay? A lot of us don't know this, especially us coming from an African background or like depend what type of background, but I think it's also a Muslim thing. If you come from an African background and then Muslim background, then it's even worse here because you have these two. Because a lot of the Muslim culture, they just expect the woman to stay at home, and because the Quran say the man have to provide everything, so a lot of the men and the culture just they don't see nothing wrong with it for the woman to not do anything and just cook and listen. So Africa culture too is the same, especially when it's an Africa culture that is a Muslim culture. They expect the woman to just stay at home and stuff. Maybe if the woman is in the village, she can go and do farm work and stuff. But a lot of the African women still struggle because when they stay at home, their husband don't have all the money or he will spend the money on other women or something if he's not a good man. And then you have to go and try to sell some fish or sell some onion or what. And some have to go in the farm to do some farming. It's really hard. But it's just the overall of the Africa culture and Muslim culture not really see it really bad as bad if you just stay at home and be married and just be home, if you know what I mean. So then it makes us really comfortable to do that. Here's the danger with that. Number one, when you just stay at home and you don't do any, and a lot of you men that like that, I'm going to say this so you guys will know why it's not good. Because it works for some women. It's not like it's bad for everybody, okay? For some women, it's fine. It's good. It's not good. It's not bad for them at all. But for some women, it won't work. Okay? Just like what's work for you doesn't work for me. We're just human. Everybody's different. Okay? Our body and our mind and the way we see this world and the way our body react to things is different. That's all. So when you're gonna go and marry a woman and you want her to just stay at home so you can give her everything so she's safe and secure, look after the home and the children, and you come home, you have everything tidy, she's all sour, cook your food, give you your food, you eat. She go to the bed with you, massage you and do everything, you know. It's nice here, who don't want that? But here's the danger with that. When the woman stay at home and she doesn't do anything, okay? She just cook watch some TV and, you know, look after the children and cook again, go to supermarket, come back, clean, cook again, shower, you came home, she make love to you, you go to work, she stay in there, cook again. She gonna start getting stressed. She's gonna start wondering what you're doing, okay? So she's gonna, you know, try to think what you're doing, try to watch your movement, and then she's gonna try to like feel miserable, you know, like, because if she sees like her friends like going to work, or she sees just the world, the women going to work, and like even she might watch a movie and see a role, a woman playing, or just even listening to a speech and see the woman talking and doing something. Because in this world now, you can find career on anything. Even when you're making a speech, just your speech can lead you to a career. This world now is easy. You can make a career out of anything, almost, okay? So if you just see this woman doing their career plus their house, their husband, she's gonna start wanting, why not her? Why does she have to be a housemaid and be locked like she's in prison? She's gonna get bored of the children just screaming and making noise, and she's just cooking and cleaning. And then when she's bored, she cannot give you what you want anymore. Especially when you are controlling, especially when you are somebody that is not loving and caring to her. When you come home, you expect her to cheer you up after she have nobody to cheer her up all day. Especially some of you that go to work and you never text the woman, you never call the woman, you never text her, tell her you love her, and you appreciate her that she's your wife. You appreciate the fact that she's staying at home, cooking and looking after the house and the children. You don't tell her any nice word. You don't text her and tell her any nice word. You don't call her, nothing. All you do is you come home and cook, and sometimes you even complain and angry and scream at her. She's gonna get bored, and then when she get bored, she's gonna know that what you're doing is wrong. No matter how religious she is, even if she's religious, she's gonna know that, for example, your God don't tell you to do this. None of this God in this world that will ever tell you to treat your partner bad. Everybody know that, duh. So whatever region you're from, she will know that you're treating her wrong. So she's gonna start feeling like a loser. Like, why does she have to listen? Why is her that have to listen to this religion? And she have to be good to you and be like a slave to you, look after your children, your home, your food, listening to your word, you're commanding her what to do, she's doing it. And then you're not listening to this religion. She's gonna feel like she's stupid, and that she's been used, and that she's just hopeless, and that what she's gonna do in her life, she's tired of this, okay? And then she's gonna start screaming at the children, if there's children, and she's gonna start just not doing things right, and just even screaming at you and just going crazy. And then you're going to start saying, oh, you know, she's changed, that she's a bad wife now, that she's not good, that she's just bored, she's tired, okay? And if you're not being nice to her, that's even worse. At least if you are really nice, you come home with flowers, you tell her nice things, you kiss her, you cuddle her, you make love to her like you love her, like you adore her, you're like with passion and emotions. Just show her so much love all the time. Text her, call her, tell her all the nice things like she's beautiful. Just give her the fire all the time. That is going to be her energy to go. To keep going, to keep feeling sexy and beautiful and doing all her everything right, you see? But if she doesn't have that energy, and she also doesn't have the other energy that she's going to feel like a human, like an important woman, because she's going to work and coming home and bringing money to the family and just doing what she wants with her money, feeling like an independent, strong mother for her children. If she doesn't have that, and she doesn't have the love that you have to give her to replace that, you know, what do you think, you know, that she's going to do? Us human beings, we need something to make us feel good. And until we know this, we will never get anywhere in life. This something that to make us feel good doesn't have to be just like sex or It can also be even going to work. Going to work is one of the things that make you feel good. I'm telling you. You go, you work, you have your little money, you come home, you buy your thing without asking nobody for help. Or you want to help someone, you help them. You have little money in your bank account, you can do what you want. It's so pleasurable and just amazing. It makes you proud, it makes you secure, it makes you feel alive. So if you don't have that, but also if you have someone who loves you and showing you love, that is also amazing. It's one of the best energy as well that you can receive in this universe. So if you don't have that, you're just going to serve your God, for example, or just serve the universe by trying to be a good human being, avoiding to do the wrong things. But no one is giving you back anything though. And you're not even giving yourself back anything because you're not even working, for example, and feeling like you're useful, even if it's little pennies you're making. So it's going to make you feel hopeless and depressed, and you're going to feel like you've been used by this universe or by this culture or by this man or by this whatever, and you're just going to be miserable, and that's it. So you guys have to understand this as a man, that is, if you have a woman that and she want to go to work, you have to let her go to work. This is important. And you have to help her. If she's going to work and she cannot do all the housework because you're working and she's working, you have to help her. If the woman agree to negotiate and she's going to be like giving birth and everything, it's okay for her to work maybe part-time, because it's going to be hard for her to work full-time with the children. It's difficult. I tried it. It's very difficult. That's why I just settled to this job, part-time job here. I tried full-time job. Oh, I tried a couple of times and I never cooked. But it's even worse for me because I'm a single mom. And I don't want to just dump my children everywhere just because of little pennies. I don't care. So I was waiting for them to grow older here before I can maybe do another full-time job. They're growing older now. So hopefully from next year I should be more free. My daughter will be 13 then. But, right now, we have to know that if you marry to someone and they're women, the way the world is and the way people's mind is going as a human being in general, if you want to lock the woman in the house, it's not going to work for every single woman. So it's not good for as a woman, you just, or as a man, you just start growing up and you don't even think of your career and your future, especially when you have opportunity to learn something. You have some girls all over the world that they're gonna give them to get married young. They don't even have opportunity to study. They give them to get married young, either they like it or not. Or some boys that grew up in a Joppa village, no school, nothing. No career to learn. Just farming and that's it. So if you're lucky that you're a girl, no one is giving you to get married, why are you abusing yourself? You should take advantage of that and go to school and study and make a career, learn career. Not just studying, learn a career, something else as well. If you are studying and you don't want to use your studying, you don't want to be, for example, you don't want to be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer or whatever, okay? Then still just study all your basic good, beneficial subjects, but also learn something else that you want to do. There's so many things in this world that you can do. Try to figure out what you want and practice it. If you practice it and you don't like it, move to the next thing. You'll find something. Okay? And then you can still have love and then you can settle after. But if you just want to jump into love, when love have to be the last thing, the career have to be first and then love, because the love can let you down anytime. They're just human. You cannot control how they treat them. But you have to not rely on love to make you happy and to give you secure life. Love can never make you happy or give you secure life. You have to make yourself happy and you have to give yourself secure life by finding a career, finding something you're going to do that can give you a little money to survive on. And just know how to be happy and appreciate the life. You cannot expect someone to make you happy. Because if they're not doing it, then what you're going to do? It's not a lot of people that are ready to make you happy. It doesn't matter how much they love you. They don't care. If they're not caring, it's different. Love is just the word love. You can love someone so much, love how they look, love how you spend time with them, love kissing them, love touching them, love everything about them. But are you a loving, caring person yourself? This is the problem. This is why a lot of love don't work. It's not because they don't love you. Loving someone and knowing how to love someone is different. You cannot know how to love someone if you are not loving and caring and honest and just have all these characters that you need to be able to love anyone, including yourself. And a lot of us don't have that. That's the reality. So instead of relying on someone to give you life and love and happiness, rely on yourself first. Try to make your career, try to make your secure life first, especially if you're young, especially if you are in one of these countries abroad, or even in Africa, but you have school or you have opportunity to learn something. Take it and know that there's a lot of children in this world who don't have that opportunity. A lot of teenagers or a lot of young people. So take advantage of that. That's what I want to say, because a lot of people just give up and just think they're going to go in for love and then the love will give them everything. No, it doesn't work like that, sadly. Okay? And most of the time when it does work like that, most of the time they don't respect you. because they feel like they give you love and life. Giving love and giving life is two different things. When someone gives you love and life, most of the time they don't respect you. It's not all. Some will still respect you, but a lot of the people will not respect you. That's just us human beings. We can be cruel and we can be selfish and we can be controlling and we can be whatever, manipulating, whatever. So it's better you give yourself the life you want, and then if you have love, you can if they want to help you, he or she want to help you, and you know they can afford the help and everything, you can still take it, but don't rely on them, you know, like, okay? I wanted to say that. So I'm gonna try to end this video soon because this video is taking longer, but hopefully you guys do understand me. And I'm sorry that I was doing the makeup while I was doing this video. I should stop trying to do makeup with video. Maybe with a topic. Maybe when I'm doing makeup, I will just do the makeup and just chill and just maybe play music and just joke, whatever. But if I'm doing a serious topic, maybe I will just do the topic alone. Because when I try to mix the two, I'm just like, I don't know how to focus on the makeup and trying to say something at the same time. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand what I mean. And yeah, I just thought like today I was gonna talk about love and relationship for us all again. Not that I am still available, I'm not available anymore. I am talking to somebody. But it's just that it's for all of us, because I've been here for years with my children as a single mom, so I know how hard it is. And I'm just gonna say this last before I go. No matter how much it's so nice to have a relationship with the right person, we still have to keep trying. We cannot settle in the wrong person with the wrong person. And at the same time, we cannot be so picky, because the right person can be anyone. This is the problem. This is the tricky part with love. Most of the time, the people we think that are going to be the right people for us, they are not. Most of the time, the people that we look at and look them down and think that they cannot give us happiness, or they don't have this, they don't have that. Most of the time, those are the people that we can be with. We just have to learn how to walk with them and how to walk with ourselves too. That's all. But it's not most of the time the people you think that will give you love and happiness that will give you love and happiness. Okay? Because love and happiness take more than just how the person look or what they have and stuff like this. It's more of who they are here. Understand? We have to keep trying. We cannot give up. And also, we have to stop judging too much of anyone we start talking to. Like, why they did this, why they said this, why they did it, No, just calm down and go with the flow. Even if you're scared, just go for it. Because if you just follow your mind, you'll never go for it. Because your mind is always going to be scared because of the things that you've been through or the things that you're seeing. So just go for it and be positive about it. And if you work, that's it. If it doesn't work, move on again. You'll find somebody. Okay? You don't just fall and get up with other stuff, and then when it's love, you fall and you lie there. No. You keep getting up as well until you find the right one, okay? So I also want to say that love is here for everyone. You don't have to give up. And love is nice and amazing and it's worth trying. You're going to meet the right person and you're going to be all settled and happy. But until you meet the right person, do not also be so miserable and just so diving into looking for love. You can still look, but don't dive into it too much. I'm telling you this. Because if you do, you're going to have little chance of finding the right person. And you're just going to have, you might have some regret, especially if you're doing it with your money, especially if you're a man and you're just diving into it and just spending your money and going crazy. You might want to calm down and know who to give your money to. Don't just give people their money because they look beautiful and you like them. No. They're just going to use you. So be very wise. But keep trying. You will find somebody. In this world, love is for everybody to have. And we will have it. We just have to believe it. But we have to be smart about it. Know where to look for it and who to go for. And to take it slowly. Okay? So today I'm going to close this video here. Hopefully you guys hear me. And that we're going to keep on trying to find love if we don't have love already. And if we already have love, hopefully we're going to keep on working hard to keep this love and to keep it growing and to know that it's special and it's nice and it's just amazing. And no love is perfect. If you have love and you're like, for example, she argue a lot, she complain a lot, or he complain a lot, he did this, he did that. Just try to work on it. You know, slowly, gradually, it will settle. Don't just give up. No love is like perfect. Okay? For me, as long as the man is not cheating and disrespecting me and stuff, I can manage whatever that is, and I can talk to him slowly, and hopefully we get to. But depend what the man is doing and depend the type of person you are. Some of these people can take cheat and can take whatever. Some people cannot take it. Doesn't mean that you're better than me or I'm better than you. We're all just human. No one is perfect. We're just living this life differently. Okay? So let's have a good day, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again when I see you. Bye. Take care.